Welcome here to Talladega Superspeedway. Really appreciate you coming out this morning for today's first media availability for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And we're joined now by two drivers with Richard Childress Racing. Brendan Gaughan, driver of the number 62 South Point Hotel Casino Chevrolet, and Ben Kennedy, driver of the number 2 Ream Chevrolet. Ben, we're going to start with you. You picked an easy track to make your season debut here at the Xfinity Series. What is it like to come to a place like Talladega where it's so unpredictable and starting your season off in that manner?
Yeah, I think it is kind of a crazy place to come to, and regardless, we all we either start at Daytona or I guess Talladega. So it's very similar in that respect. The big pack racing and drafting and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to it and being behind the wheel of the number 2 car. And honestly, it's been a long off season for me. So I'm just glad to be back at a racetrack and looking forward to getting in the car for practice.
Outstanding, Brendan. You're running double duty here this weekend, as you did in Daytona. What is it about super speedway racing that really that you like?
Well, it's the great equalizer of our sport right now. So going from a team like RCR, my Xfinity Series, where we have the best engine package, we have some of the best aero package. Our Chevrolets are some of the best in the sport. To go from the team that is the has all to the team that is the has none. And it's you can still run just as fast. I think that's the allure right now of it, is that we did a great job with the Beard Motorsports Beard Oil Chevrolet at Daytona, and we had a great run and had a chance at a top 10, which I'm still bummed that I missed by like 15 feet. My pocketbook hurt, pretty bummed about it too. But it's so exciting to be able to say that you can show up in this sport. That day and age of NASCAR racing has kind of gone by the wayside of the small team, showing up at Martinsville back in the day. Now the small team can show up to Daytona or Talladega and make a run. So love driving for the Beard family, very much appreciate what they do, and very much appreciate what RCR does for me. They put that race car back together for me after Daytona. Richard takes great care of me, and I am very happy that I've found a home at RCR.
Good deal. We'll open the floor up for questions. If you have a question for these gentlemen, please raise your hand. We will get a wireless microphone to you. We have wireless mic runners throughout the room. We'll start with Jerry, and then we'll go to Stanley.
No.
Damn. Jerry Jordan, kicking the tires in PRN. Brendan, how's the liquor sales going?
CLS liquor sales are going well. We've hit a snag with some of our plans for all the racetracks we're supposed to be at, and it's government regulatory snags, which welcome to the liquor business. There are lots of taxes and lots of regulations. So but things are well. It's at a lot of places in Las Vegas. I've got, I'm very fortunate with my family's history in town that we have lots of friends that are willing to put us in, help us, and it's going better than our projected numbers. But of course, nobody's ever happy with projected numbers. We're still working hard.
Stan?
Stan Creekmore with Outside the Box. Brendan, talk about your very first race here at Talladega Superspeedway, and what is it that made you love this track so much?
What was my first race, Stan?
I don't remember.
Yeah. I think I might have to have Matt look that up for me. Was it a truck or was it Cup? Did trucks race here back in 03, in the early 2000s?
We'll have to look that up. Googling it right now.
Yeah, the first race I remember was my Cup race here. Was the first Cup race. That was, an exciting day to be driving for Roger Penske and be here in a Cup car, and it's Ben said it right. I mean, look, we start the season at a restrictor plate track, so you come to Talladega. It's a long layoff for him is not a big. This isn't as big a deal because Daytona's the same thing after a layoff. So it's that correlates really well. But I just remember how big and fast this place was, how big you think Daytona is. This place is just that much bigger. You can go 4 wide here instead of just 3, and you can do it easily. You can do, the speeds are the same and all that. It's just everything is just ramped up just that hair more. And I've for some reason I've always liked restrictor plate racing, going back to the early 2000s with the Truck Series at Daytona. It was Cup 2004. So, it's this place is just I like restrictor plate racing. I've always liked it. I'm bummed I don't have all the stats to show how well we've run. Especially back in those days, you didn't have average running positions and stuff like that. We've always been near the front. I mean, hell, I remember Dale Jr. landing on top of me one year. I was running 7th. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th went underneath him, and the Chicken Little of the sky fell on top of me. So, I mean, it's like some days at restrictor plate racing, man, you just, some days you're the chicken, some days you're the egg. But I like these type of places. They're fun. It's a mental type of racetrack. It's fun. It's very fun to be cerebral on the track.
We'll go to the right here to Caleb.
Caleb Whistler, Speedway Digest. Ben, over your extended off season, what have you done to prepare yourself for today, for the rest of the year, and in the Xfinity Series for GMS and RCR?
Just honestly try to stay as fresh as I can. So staying fit is kind of part of my lifestyle. So I've been doing that a lot, and then just trying to research, watch as many Xfinity races as I can, try to sit on the box whenever I can. I went to Daytona and Bristol and a couple other races, and honestly just putting on a headset and listening to the communication between the team. And it's good to go to the race and listen to Austin Dillon, who's usually been in the 2-car, talk to my crew chief, Justin Alexander, and kind of understand, how they communicate, what the lingo is and all that stuff. So just trying to go to school and all that stuff, and being ready to be here at Talladega.
Additional questions for either one of these gentlemen? Go to Kelly, to your left.
KellyCrandallRacer.com. First for Ben, how much will you pick the guy next to you, his brain, about how different an Xfinity car...
Nobody wants to pick my brain, Pumpkin.
A lot.
Nobody wants to get inside there.
Well, okay, so if not him, whose brain will you pick about how different an Xfinity car might run here compared to trucks that you've been in before?
Anybody. I mean, Brendan, my teammates, I'm definitely going to lean on, seeing that they've been to Daytona with this aero package. I've tested this car at Charlotte, and I haven't been in a car with this Super Speedway aero package at all. So, I kind of saw some of the results that came out of Daytona and, the crazy racing there. So try to learn as much as I can from guys like Brendan and my teammates, and, just pick everybody's brain. Anybody that wants to talk to me.
And for Brendan, you talked about how the Daytona 500 car was pretty much, you had RCR pit crew engine. Is that the same for this weekend? Is it a close, I guess, alliance or relationship?
Not alliance. Mr. Beard is a standalone, guy. He bought the car from Levine, and it's the same car that we had at Daytona, which is an old RCR car, and Mr. Beard is nice enough to spend the money, and he has another RCR motor for this weekend, ECR motor, and we will have the 62 pit crew for this weekend. So we do have some really cool those advantages, and that's the advantage he gets from hiring me a little bit, that he has access maybe to some of those things that some wouldn't. But once again, I appreciate Richard letting Mr. Beard be able to do as much, and I appreciate Mr. Beard for affording the money to do it, because you could do it much cheaper. I know you can do it much cheaper, but he wants to come and race well, and that makes me very, very excited.
Any additional questions? Well, I have one question. Ben, you talked about your fitness regimen. Brendan, we're getting ready to go back to Kansas Speedway next week. You're going to take any running tips here from Ben and for your fitness regimen?
I ran probably as much as he did when I was his age.
Yeah.
And how old are you now? 25. Yep, I was still running a lot then. I'll add another 17 years to the number, and that running regimen just, Jimmy's still doing it. Nice job. Congratulations, bud. I'll stick with my regimen.
Okay, good deal. Well, gentlemen, good luck this weekend, and have a great day.